Hi folks, welcome to my 8-Bit Retro Journal. Today I'm going to be working with my new retro computer. This is actually a Pi 400, and I haven't used it very much, but I got it for Christmas, and yeah, it's a pretty cool little computer. I like its form factor. It sort of has that same feel as the ZX80. Well, it's kind of it's almost like the size of a ZX Spectrum, bigger than this, smaller than that. But it's a computer and a keyboard. It actually has a nice little mouse with it. I like the white. Not as big a fan of the raspberry color, or the red, or whatever color that is. But yeah, I can get used to it. I also like the fact that it has ports in the back. That besides the standard modern ones, it has an expansion port. But I'm not doing a sort of a review of this. It's gotten plenty of that on the internet. What I want to do today is actually, since we're celebrating the Amiga in the month of May, hashtag Amiga, what I want to do is I want to install PiMIGA on this to get an actual I've got enough computing power with my desktop and laptops that I don't need to use this for non-retro stuff. And so since I still don't have an actual Amiga, I thought, yeah, let's put PiMIGA on this so that I can have a computer that can be dedicated to working with the Amiga. And so I was going to go through the process in my video today to do that, to install that. So I don't think I'm going to use the... There's an MF version, which is like, I don't know, close to 50 gig in size. I think I'll do the light version, just because it would take forever to download the larger version, the full version. And so I'm going to install it on the Pi 400, and then and again, there's lots of videos out there already to show you how to do it. And there's also different Amiga emulators for the Pi. There's like 4 or 5, but I'm going to go with PiMIGA for this one. I saw a few good videos on how to do it, and so I'm going to give it a shot myself, and maybe you'll learn something from a complete novice of the Amiga, since I'm not an expert on that. And we'll have fun together getting this to boot as an Amiga. Now, probably not going to do my favorite Workbench 1.3, so it'll probably be, I think it's going to be either 2 or Workbench 3, I think. We'll see which way we're going to go here with that. I think PiMIGA gives you the latest Workbench. All right, so that's what we're going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hook it up to my TV, my monitor, that's the TV and everything else, and then I'm going to place the camera right in front of it. So first thing we have to do, we actually have to create a bootable image on a micro SD card. And so this site sort of talks about Amiga emulation on a Raspberry Pi, and you've got these choices. Now, I'm going to talk about PiMIGA today. It's actually just a distribution using Amiberry. So Amiberry is an Amiga emulator for the Raspberry Pi, and this is a distribution of that. I believe done by Chris Edwards, and there's a 32 gigabyte light edition and 120 gigabyte full edition. You need 128 gigabyte SD card. So I'm going to do the light edition, and again, if you hit the download button for the light edition, what you're going to get is a torrent. I have Torrent Tornado. And then this will start a torrent for you and download a compressed 14.42 gigabyte file. I'm actually going to clear that out since I already have it. Takes a while to download, and yeah, that'll get you this thing right here. It's a RAR file. You can open up with Windows with a 7-zip. And in it, it has the following, which I've already uncompressed. It's got a disk image. It's about 25 gigabytes, and then a README. And the README sort of helps you create the image. And so basically, you want to use, I'm using Raspberry Pi Imager to copy this disk image in here onto an SD card, and then you want to do a little bit of, well, it's very easy. You just have to copy this. You need a kick ROM, version 3.1 or 3.14, and you name it that because it's hard-coded already in the config that way. I have a kick ROM, so the and this is, if you open it up, it is actually all rights reserved 3.1 exec. You can get these from various, well, yeah, if you have an Amiga 1200, you can create your own. If you don't, you can go to Amiga Forever and click on this link, and it's a chance for you to buy the licensed copies. It's very inexpensive. Okay, so, but I've already collected all that, so I have a Kickstart ROM, and so when you open this up, you're going to choose an OS. In this case, you're going to go all the way to custom, and you're going to choose, again, it's already on my desktop here, the image, and then you're going to choose storage options. Now, I haven't plugged it in yet, so I've already done this because it took a while, but you choose your storage option, and then you do a write, and it takes a while to write, and when you're done, eject the SD card and then plug it back in, and what you get is it's going to tell you, do you want to scan and fix it, and you're going to say no, and you're going to get this boot under, in my case, G. And so I think it was originally F, but I've been playing around with this because I can't actually do the other part. So if you read his document, it specifically states that not seeing the, so you should see a kick partition on top of the boot partition. If you can't see it, you should run disk management. Well, I've done that, and it doesn't work. So disk management does see the various partitions, but if I try to, so this is my G partition, and I've remapped it. It used to be F, and I mapped it to G because so this is unallocated, so you're not going to get any action out of this. This is a primary partition, but this, I think, is the kick partition because it's a small partition, and if you change driver letters, it just says operation failed to complete because of disk management. And I've rebooted, I've done all the things it asked. It doesn't work. So I do have a Mac, and I did try to plug this in on my Macintosh, and it actually does work. So then you can copy the kick ROM in. So that's what I've done. So this all doesn't take very long. You just have to first collect this RAR file, which is 14 gig, decompress it, and then write the disk image using this this software here, which is, again, really hard to get it wrong. And then the one step that failed for me was that I couldn't see the kick partition. And so, but I had a Mac, and it worked on the Mac. So for whatever reason, Windows 7, it's not working, at least on my Windows 7. All right, so now I actually have an SD card with the kick media, the kick partition having the kick 3.18 120 ROM file in there. And so now I'm ready to go onto my Pi 400 to actually do boot it up. So let's go to that. Okay, so I'm going to boot up my Raspberry Pi 400. Turn it on. I've got the SD card in. So the screen's going to flicker a few times. There we go. I do also have volume on my TV turned up. Let's see what we get. Huh? Yeah, that's good. There it is. And we have our desktop. That's not too bad. It's a little small, so let's do. I played around with this a bit already, and it's a little bright. So that's a little better. And if you look at display, it does have this stuff doesn't seem to respond to the workbench. It doesn't matter what I set it to. It gives the resolution that it gives. So I believe what I need to do, I'm going to resume. So there's a setting in, there's a setting under, because this is really small to see. So there's a setting under workbench screen mode. And here I can set it to, and so I think what I want to set it to is, I played around with this a little bit, and I think the 956 by 548 at 32 bits. And then if I get rid of these defaults and click scrolling, I can set this to, I think it's 1280 by 720. And what that's going to allow me to do is it's going to give me a slightly bigger screen, but at the resolution that is reasonable. So let me save that and use that. Ah, yeah, so that's a little better. So now that is much more readable for the size monitor that I have, right? So I just needed to adjust it for that. And you can see, especially if I click here, this menu is now reasonable, nice and easily seeable. Yep, 1020 is what it is. Okay, fine with that. So what this allows for is I can go left to the side and I can go down. So that gives me a clear picture and a readable picture. Again, it's a very small monitor, so you just have to adjust for that. Okay, just to take a peek of what's going on here. And, well, that doesn't need to be that big. Yeah, let's see if we can get it all on one screen. Can't quite. Maybe we can if we do this. There we go. Yeah, there's no reason to have, I guess since the screen is scrolling, I can keep it full size. But so this has a bunch of demos. Oxygen. Oh, this is, I don't know what, oh, floppy. Here we go. Fairy tale. Let's run it. See what this demo does, if anything. Enter command and its argument. Okay. So these must be sort of demo scene programs, yeah? Pretty cool. No question is how you quit it. That's demos. Oh, there's more stuff down here. What's that? Amiga ROMs. Oh, these are for emulators. Okay. What's this? 40K, 4K. I'm sure many of you will know what this is. I don't. 64K. So these are demos. Disc mags. Okay. Yeah. Again, give credit to Chris Edwards. He really created a nice collection of all available software and information. So there's nothing pirated here. Yeah, let's go to work. We've got play video. Oh, I think that opens up here. Okay, so I don't know. Play videos with Riva on lower bar. Anyway, so we have video. That's kind of cool. Obviously, this wouldn't probably work so well on the Amiga 500. But yeah, let's do the thing that we've been. What do we have here? We have Wolfenstein 3D. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Amiga Wolfenstein. Oh, good. So that actually understands the screen. Yeah. new game, episode 1. I can't play Daddy. Oh, that's funny. And so, yep. I'll use the mouse too. Okay. Move forward. Boy, that is controls. Mouse sensitivity. Let's just make that all the way at the bottom. Back to game. Alright, I want to go through there. There we go. I can shoot. I can move. That's pretty cool. We're going to quit. Yes, I wish to abandon. Alright, so Wolfenstein. It's got that. What else do we have? We've got Doom and we've got... Alright, so let's see what we've got for Doom. Doom. UAE. Let's do the 32-bit. Yeah, let's do this one. Okay. New game. Knee deep. I'm too young to die. Okay. Uses arrow keys. Control files. Okay. Not bad controls. No, not really a Doom player. Where to go? Oh, I wanted to avoid that. Guess I have to go up the stairs. Oh no. There you go. Can you jump? Yep, not the best play. I might quit this game too, though. So anyway, yeah, I can do Doom. Yes, I want to quit. All right, so that's cool. What else do they have in here? So they got a whole bunch of games. That's kind of nice. Chaos Guns, Simon Sorcerer, SimCity 2000, Rise of the Triad, Heart of an Alien. They have Quake. Quake game. No, that doesn't look actually... That doesn't look all that good. Doesn't even let you choose the... Oops, quick. Yep, terminate. Okay. Enough of that. Yeah, so anyway, I got it running. It's pretty cool. It's got a lot of stuff on it, thanks to Chris Edwards. It's going to be fun time to sort of check it all out. Is this a chess game? No, Max 9. Before I leave, because this video's going to get too long. Yeah, can we just get past all that? This day is like any other. Boy, I think it's a good time to leave this. So one way you can actually leave this is if I hit F and F12, it takes me to the, so this is the Amiberry emulator, and then so none of these settings seem to impact very much, but so I don't know how much of this can actually be modified. I'll have to play around with it, but if you can quit, and if you quit, you get into the PiMIGA. Now I've actually already played with this because the original resolution was horrible, and so I changed it to this. So if I go sudo iconfig, yeah, and then you have a whole bunch of options. So I haven't even done networking yet. I did the display option and the resolution, and I changed it from this to that. If I change it to the other 469, which is this will actually oh, it's right here. and then reboot. Oops. And so I will. So I stopped it on the as it was booting up. I pressed F12, and so now if I actually just quit, you'll see that our screen resolution is much nicer. And so I just wanted to kind of show you a little bit of what's going on in the Linux distribution. So we're here. Oops, it's just the keyboard I'm not used to. Home at Pi, and we have Amiberry. Yep. So, and if you look at ROM check, it'll just tell you that it's looking for media kick, the kick ROM, and if it doesn't find it, it'll echo that it's not there. And if we go up a little bit and up, I'm going to clear the screen to be at the top. You'll see that where's the Unix distribution. So if you cd into Amiberry and go into config, that we have the default config, and then there's also the 1200. That's the one that we have sort of set up. But yeah, it's just a standard Linux distribution for the PiMIGA, or for the Raspberry Pi, I should say, on PiMIGA. And I do want to look in there eventually to see if I can't put a different ROM in here and use the same data. But for now, I just wanted to kind of poke around it. I haven't even created haven't set up the network yet for my Pi 400. But yeah, so the CD media, and then you have the kick, and that's where it sits. If you go back to CD home, Pi, and then the way to restart that, I believe, is if you look under more etc rc local. I think that's what they have to do it. Yep. And so to start this, you go sudo home pi Amiberry, and that'll start up again. And I'll end there because it's going to show you what the screen looks like when I have it at that resolution. It seems like it should work, but it doesn't. Even though it's a 16:9 ratio, it for whatever reason it doesn't fill up the whole screen, and there's no way to change that regardless of what resolution. So I have to keep it at the higher resolution. But again, you're not going to be in the Linux distributions. I'm going to change it back as I go, so I don't forget. So sudo, there it is. And then I can just change the display options back, the resolution back to that. So the next time no, let's not reboot. Actually, let's run this again just to show you that we have system options, wireless. So I haven't even set that up yet. Please enter. Yeah. So I haven't. So all that stuff's pretty simple. But I just wanted to get this Amiga emulator with all the distributions working today and not worry about networking. So, yeah, I'm going to end there today. Again, thanks for, wow, it's a nice blue. Doesn't show up actually very well here. Yeah, it's a nice distribution. So, thanks for joining me today on my journal entry, and happy Amiga, celebrating all things Amiga in the month of May. So see you next time.